everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's hairstyle. This pull-through braid is something that I get asked about all the time, anytime that I ever wear my hair like this, and it is super easy, fun, great for any length of hair, including shorter hair, especially if you have layers and you aren't able to actually Dutch braid or French braid your hair from the layers. This is a great way to kind of get that same look but not have to worry about your hair falling out of the braid. And it's just very edgy, chic, it's super fun to do. There's so many ways that you can change this into different hairstyles. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video and learn something from it. Let's go ahead and get started. So excited for this. This is, like I said, one of my favorite hairstyles to do. So I have just started with my hair curled, and you can go off of the video that I had shared previously on here or just curl your hair loosely, but honestly it doesn't really need to be curled. It's just my personal preference. My hair was just kind of a mess from being in a messy bun yesterday and today, so I just ran my curling iron through it real quick, and it's not perfect by any means. Like, you guys are going to see that when I flip around, but I just want to go ahead and get started. And okay, so there are just really 3, maybe 4 things that you're going to need for this. The first one are going to be clear elastics, and I am going to use a back combing comb and a clip. So my hair's already brushed through. Having it brushed through will be definitely important too, just so you can actually get through it. But more or less, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and those are the main things that we need. So the very first section, and this can be as many sections as you want. The more sections you have, the more loops it'll have through it, the more detailed it'll be. I kind of do like an in-between, like not a lot, but not super tiny either. So you just do what you want. I'm putting my bangs into it, so that's going to kind of determine where my first one is as well. I am also going to be using a little bit of texture hairspray just because my hair is kind of clean and soft, and it just helps give it a little bit of something. The only thing that I have in my hair right now is a texturizing mousse. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first section, I'm going to take from the 2 points of my hair here and just go back about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So this is going to be my very first section, and with this I'm going to take the rest of my hair. It's the only one that I do this with just because of back combing and my bangs. Put the rest of my hair back in a clip, and then I am going to take this very front section here. So this is my bang area. A little bit of spray and just back comb it very lightly. This is more going to help it just stay in place and not fall out of this, because if you guys have bangs, you know that they can just tend to kind of do their own thing and fall out of it, so, or fall out of hairstyles when you do have them back. So I'm going to just lightly smooth over that a little bit. Alright, and then I'm going to take that first section and you can definitely do this like behind bangs too if you choose to, if you do have bangs, but I like the full faux hawk effect of this with having all of my hair up. So I'm just going to take that first one, and back combing it a little bit will help you give it some more volume, because you'll see right away when I get this hair tie in that it is very flat. So I also have to be careful with my own, because I know that I get headaches very easily from my hair being tight. So I'm just kind of holding my hair at the roots and pulling that out just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of give my bangs just a little bit of volume. In that front section anyway. Just kind of get it even. And I'm going to go ahead and spray that just so it stays in place. So I'm going to go ahead and take that clip out, Okay, so I'm going to take this section and pull it away, just kind of up to the front, and then I'm going to take just a little bit of hair, just about an inch below where that parting is. This next one isn't going to be very big, because that very first one you want it, since it doesn't have as much hair, you want it to have a smaller amount, or smaller section, so that you can make the braid a little bit bigger. And I know that that kind of doesn't make sense, but just trust me on it, guys. Okay, so I'm going to take the hair elastic and put it right at the base of that part line, like towards the back of my head. Okay, so now that you have those two in, you kind of want to adjust the hair that is on the outside of it as you're going, because it gets harder to pull it apart as you go if something is tight or if you're not liking how it's looking like on the sides of your head. Okay, so from here you're going to take that first section or the first ponytail and split it in half, and then you're going to take the second one that you did and pull it forward. I'm just going to put a clip on it to just kind of hold it up here and out of the way. But I'm not going to actually clip it to my bang area because I don't want to mess it up. So then I'm going to take, you see these sections below, and then I'm going to take about an inch lower than that and do the same thing, except for I'm going to incorporate these into it. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing. So then I'm going to go ahead and take that hair tie, the next elastic, and put it right where that one ends as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out, which would be the second parting, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to split it in half, and then I'm going to take the ponytail that is behind it and pull it forward. This time I am going to clip it to this one here because it's not going to mess it up. So now I have this hair that'll be behind it, and I'm going to do the same thing and add hair to it. Okay, then you're just going to repeat that the rest of the way down with splitting the ponytail and then taking the next section and going, or adding that hair to it. So I will show you guys the rest of it. now that I'm at the bottom of my hair, at my neckline, I have the 2 ponytails. So if you have longer hair, you can continue to do this, and I'll show you how I do this next piece, and you can keep doing it down further. I'm going to do it twice and just kind of tuck it under, so that way it actually finishes the hairstyle, but it doesn't look like I have a tail. Okay, so now that I have all of those pieces done, my little sideburn areas just don't go back, so I will do something with those in a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and start making this fuller and actually give it that full effect. So whenever you are doing this, always start at the very first one. If you start towards the bottom, you're gonna, as you get higher up, you're gonna start pulling that apart, and it's not gonna, like, it's gonna take the hair that's pulled apart down there, and then it's just not as full and it gets messier. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the top of my hair at that very first one that I did, and I'm gonna kind of pull it apart, and I'm gonna start on the outside of the 2 loops and then work my way towards the middle just to make them fuller. So that one is already so much fuller. So now I'm going to just go to the next one. And I kind of like to hold at the base of that hair tie just to kind of hold it in place and not really tug on my hair too much. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and take another little hair elastic and take the rest of my hair that is down and put it in a ponytail. If your hair is longer, like I said, you can definitely kind of keep going with this pull through braid to make it an actual braid that goes down. But my hair, you can see just where it stops that it's not going to be as flattering. If I try to do that, it's just going to look blunt. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in a ponytail, and then I'm going to tuck it under and pin it just a little bit with just a couple of bobby pins. Okay, so now that I have those, you can kind of see where you can see some bobby pins still. So I'm going to go ahead and take some more bobby pins, and then I'm going to take that very bottom of those loops that would be over top of where the bobby pins are and pull them down just to kind of cover that a little bit. Alright, and that is how I do this pull through braid. You can totally just go through and hairspray it a little bit, give it just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of hold. And you can also go through and kind of smooth out your sides of your hair if you need to at all, or just adjust it as you're looking at it in the mirror. But I absolutely love doing this. I get questions on it all the time whenever I wear it, like how I did it and what I did to get my hair to look like this. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this and that you learned something. There are so many different ways that you can style this. I've seen pigtails with it, which is one that I have not done, but I really want to, just because I feel like it'd be very edgy compared to even just a normal Dutch braid, because it just is a little bit something different. But I've also seen full crown braids of it that go completely around. I've seen full updos with it. So if you guys ever see anything of the sort and there's something that you want to kind of see how to do with these pull through braids, don't be afraid to send it to me. I love a good challenge and love trying different things with hairstyles that are like this. But I hope that you guys all have a great night, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys on how you liked this, and if you guys have any requests or anything that you guys want to see or want help with when it comes to both hair and makeup, please don't be afraid to comment below or shoot me a message. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!